This next car I am dying to drive. It is a 1983 Renault R5 Turbo 2. Super rare in the US. It was hand-built in the Formula One race factory. It is a rally car. It checks all the supercar boxes, and it is a French icon. I can't believe we're here, Eric.
Finally.
Finally!
Yes.
Your Renault is amazing. When you pulled up and I heard that engine, first of all, the engine is in the back, right there with you.
Yep, it's in the passenger compartment.
You have been longing for this particular car for like 40 years.
Yeah, 37 years. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, closer to 40. Yeah, long time. When I was little, I got a remote control car from Radio Shack, and it was a Renault R5 Turbo. And there was something about that, I just loved it. And that just carried on through my life, wanting one of these for so long.
It looks just like a little economy car. It was based on
Yes.
the Renault 5, which is also known as the Sync, I believe,
Yes, that's
in
right.
Europe. Very, very popular platform in Europe. But originally it had a little motor up front. It didn't have this big rear end, and it didn't go very fast, right?
Front engine, front wheel drive originally. And then Renault decided they wanted to go racing. They wanted to go racing in Group 4 rally racing in Europe.
They took what they already had, all of their best engineers, their Formula One
Yes,
engineers, an Italian designer,
Yes.
Gandini, right?
Yeah. Marcello Gandini, the designer for Bertoni, was brought in by Renault to turn their front-wheel drive, front-engine hatchback into a World Rally Championship car. He famously was designer of the Lamborghini Countach
Right.
and the Lamborghini Espada and the Lancia Stratos and the De Tomaso
Miura.
Pantera. Yep.
Everything.
The Miura. Yeah. This car has the optional tire package and wheel package. The standard wheels and tires are 220 width in the rear, and this is 285. So it's got these monster big tires in the rear. It'll create 1.1 G of lateral grip in cornering. For the 80s, that was just unbelievable.
And
Yes.
that's where you're going to win races. You can have a fast car, but if you can't turn quickly,
Yeah.
that's where you're losing.
Yeah.
And that's what this thing is really good at.
Yes.
Unbelievable amount of
Yeah,
G-forces.
lots of grip. It's
Yes.
lots of grip, and especially when you're thinking you're using tire technologies and things from the 70s and 80s at that time, that just to get a car to that level was quite an accomplishment. It's 6 feet wide. It's as wide as a Porsche 930 Turbo, yet
Right.
it's a tiny car. It's only 11 and a half feet long.
But like a Mini, it's got the tires pushed way out to the corner, so
Yeah.
good for agility,
Yeah.
stability.
Like that car, which is also a famous rally car, this car's angle of attack
The
is-
approach angle,
Yeah, the
right?
approach angles are very good on this car, so it's very good at off-road type on-road racing.
Sure.
Wet leaves, snow, bad roads, this car's great.
These things just whip
Yeah.
and take off. Like, incredible.
Its nickname is the Little French Box of Hate
Yes.
for a reason.
Yes.
It's yeah, and it drives like that. It just seems like there's a cacophony going on inside the car. There is so much going on. For a production car, it's pretty remarkable that this was ever a thing.
2 fuel cells,
Yes,
right?
yeah, 2.
So do you have to fill it on both sides, or
Nope,
does it
just one side.
have a-
It's got a little tube that can go bad and leak
Yeah.
everywhere if
Oh, got it.
you don't keep
That's
on
the
top
weak-
of it.
That's the
Yeah.
weak point.
They-
But how many gallons does it hold?
It's 25 gallons.
And it gets what kind of mileage?
About 25 if you can keep your foot out of it.
Right.
And so it'll do about 870 miles on a fill up. So you can
That's
go,
crazy.
yeah, it's a bladder buster.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You could buy this from the factory in 3 flavors, 160 horse, 185, and 200 horse.
Yeah.
So this one, I've turned up the wick on it to 185. That's as far as I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
That's pretty common with most of the owners of these cars. It has a modern feel to it when you drive it, but then the turbo lag is biblical.
Right. That's significant in
it's
this car.
amazing.
Because when you take off in this
Yeah.
car, it's not that's what's impressive. It's later when that turbo kicks in,
Yes,
right?
Yes. There's
Wow.
nothing below 4, basically.
Really?
And then everything happens between 4 and 6. So you're just shift, 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 shift. Yeah, it's really, and that's what makes it fun, is the imperfection makes it fun.
Eric, that is a gorgeous wheel.
Yeah.
It is.
It was a factory option back in the 80s. And this car when I purchased it, didn't have them. So I had to go out and try to find these wheels for this particular year, make, and model car, which was, it was unbelievable that I found them. And I grabbed them. They come with a totally different wheel, but this was a factory option that you could
Okay.
get back in the day. It's called a Gaudi 150. And they're like a 3-piece wheel, I believe. The tires on the rear, as I mentioned, were 285 15s. And The tires are $600 a piece currently.
And they're only made on like one other car,
Yeah,
right?
they're for this and the front of De Tomaso Panteras. Those are the front size for certain versions of the De Tomaso.
Oh, wow.
So that goes like that.
Now there's some magic back here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. If you had to take the whole motor out, does that bumper come off?
It does. The bumper comes off, this whole panel comes out, and this whole motor and drivetrain just slides out. So in the middle of a stage, they can slide the motor and drivetrain out and put a new one in and get going.
There's your gearbox right there. Everything is just right there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like
It's
race
actually
car.
really easy to work on. I put a remote oil filter on it.
Okay.
And so I have easy access to the oil filter.
Very nice. So are we checking the dipstick from over there, or is it
Exactly.
just on that one side?
Yeah, that's what
Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Oh,
Pull
look at
that.
What? So you're like literally
Yeah.
from here.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Parts availability is great.
Really?
Yes, it's amazing. You would think.
What?
So when I got it, my nervousness was, how am I going to keep this car on the road? Where am I going to get parts? Not a problem. There's enough of an owner's group that they need parts. And so the parts supply is really great.
This is a homologated car, a street-going rally car.
Yep.
When they designed this, and they had to
Yep.
make so many. I think when they did the Turbo 1, they only had to make 400
Correct.
cars.
That's correct.
But it was popular.
Yes, it's very popular. So they end up making 1,850, give or take. Those cars have aluminum doors and aluminum rear hatch. Otherwise, there's a really bespoke interior that's very different than
Right,
this.
like red, like
Yes.
French flag, red
Yes.
and blue. going
Wild,
on. Yeah.
really a lot. There's a lot going on there. It's hard on the eyeballs.
Is that some sort of heat shielding
Yeah,
for
it's
your
heat shielding.
exhaust?
And it's kind of cool because it's like a house. It's a collector, or in French, collecteur. And this collects all the heat from the turbocharger and the exhaust system and funnels it out into the right fender, and it comes out the back grill here.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's quite a bit of heat, as you can expect.
Yeah. So you're right underneath both seats.
Yes,
Is your gas?
yes, and
well,
there's-
it keeps
there-
your weight down low.
That's
right?
why they did it. They put all, as they really did build this specifically to go win rallies, so they put that weight center and low.
Tell me about your gearbox.
Gearbox is in the back, and you can sometimes feel that when you lift off mid-corner on the limit.
Really?
It'll step out. This car will behave a lot like a 911 Turbo from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's weight biased in the rear for sure. The large
Like a
tires help.
60-40.
Probably, that's about right.
Okay.
I think that's about right. But you do feel that weight because this gearbox is in the very back. But these cars are known to have fires from owners not taking care of them, having fuel leaks,
Got
things
it.
like that. So some of these cars have been lost to fires over the years.
Really?
Yeah, they're known for that.
Okay.
You gotta stay on top of them, take care of them.
And you're good at that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I wrench in my own car.
Show me your little storage area. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
So you've got your spare tire.
yeah. So there's a spare up front, and
Intake? Some sort of air?
yes, that comes from the front bonnet. Believe it or not, here.
Okay.
There's an air intake on the very leading edge
Ooh,
that
and it
flows
goes
through the
through
entire
here.
thing into here, and that's fresh air for the cabin.
Oh, for inside of here. Okay, got
And
it.
Marcello Gandini used the same design on the Lamborghini Espada.
Do you daily drive this?
Yes.
That's
I drive it
cool.
all the time.
That is very
I drove
cool.
it yesterday.
How many miles are on it, actually?
It's got 74,000 kilometers, so 44,000 miles.
That's incredible. Okay. There's just a nerdy button to open the door.
Yeah, push button. Simple.
that?
Simple and small. Like this is you
this
think
have
about
tilt?
compared to
Look
the
how
car
high
you
this
drive
is.
every day. No, that's it.
What?
So here's a funny story about this.
Can I
When I
scoot way
first
up
got
on
the
it?
car, I had to drive 1,200 miles in it.
Yeah.
And this driving position gave me tendonitis in my left arm,
Oh, I can imagine.
and I had to get physical therapy to get rid of it. So I nicknamed it Renault Elbow.
Oh, that is so
Yeah.
good. That is so good.
Yeah, the car injured me.
That's really weird. Strange little car. Seriously. Man. What is it?
Boost
what is
gauge?
a Jaeger?
That's
a boost gauge.
Jaeger is like it's the French version of VDO gauges. They're a cool thing to have. Jaeger gauges are very cool. They're orange. They're in a lot of Citroën,
Okay.
a lot of Renault. They're in a lot of French cars. They're really great.
So you've owned many cars. And you had a Mini. Tell
Yep.
me about your Mini.
It was a 61 Mini. I wanted to make that into an R5 Turbo, essentially. I wanted a mid-engine rear-wheel drive Austin Mini. So I built one from scratch, essentially. I was in the finishing stages of completing that car when unfortunately we had a fire in December of 2017. I mean, that fire took my collection of cars and all my belongings that I had stored.
How does that feel when you have to look at everything that you've amassed over the years?
Yeah, it's really
gone.
rough. It makes you question whether you want to keep collecting cars or being part of the hobby, you know, because the loss is huge. It was enormous. I mean, some of these cars are maybe, they're like people to me, you know, they're a real relationship that I've developed over years of either creating them, maintaining them. One of the cars that was lost was a Mercedes-Benz that had been in my family for 50 years.
Wow.
And I came home from the hospital in that car when I was born. But out of those ashes rose the phoenix of this. And that's when I buckled down and said, okay, now's your time to go after this dream of owning an R5 Turbo. And that's,
Where did you find it? They're so hard to acquire.
it was on Bring a Trailer.
Really?
Yeah. And I acquired it in 2018. And and I might have cried a little bit when I won the auction. There might have
You're
been a
kind
moment.
of a passionate dude.
Oh yeah.
You're kind
No,
of
it was-
into it.
It was a big deal. Getting this was a big deal.
It rumbles. You feel it in your butt.
The whole
The mirror is slightly
Everything.
shaking. I can hear it tickling my eardrums. It
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
way big.
Yeah.
But it's the whole vibe of this, like you're inside
Yeah.
of the engine.
Yes.
Because everything is like slightly moving.
Yeah.
Look at,
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
wow. That is crazy. Oh,
Yeah, it
that's
sounds good.
so freaking cool.
It sounds a bit like a Subaru Flat 4. I have Subaru owners that always ask me about that.
Dude.
But I love the whole feel. I just like that it's so connected. This car is so, all the vibrations, all of it feel like you're driving and are in a machine.
Okay, stop talking. We're gonna go drive.
Well,
We're going.
Oh.
We're getting in front of the truck. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Oh, it handles so good. So this little 5-speed
Yeah.
is got pretty close ratio gears, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's nice spread. There's not any, tall areas or what have you. I generally use the power in second and beyond, not first gear as much. But it's compliant. The ride is good. Like they don't want a car that beats you up. The French want something that's comfortable. Yeah. This is such a great road.
Boy, it corners
Look
wonderful.
at this. Look at it dance through here. Yeah, it's so great.
What the? Dude, this is so fun.
It grips though.
Yeah, it does. Weird steering wheel placement.
Yes, the placement.
Driving a bus.
Yeah, no, I know. It's
Super
just like a bus.
strange.
Yeah. It's a bit slow. Like there's two steering boxes for these. One's a little faster than the other, the ratio. This has the standard normal street ratio.
You know the thing about this car is if you're not in its power band, there's no torque.
Yep.
You're not going anywhere.
No,
You
nowhere.
have to drive it
Yeah.
up in the upper RPMs.
Yes.
Plus you want to.
Yes. You do.
Have
yes.
you even been here? I mean, just the sound of this car.
Yeah. I mean, listen to it. Just pop it. It's so funny. Da, 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 da.
Dang, it sounds so good when it's just growling. Growling.
Yeah, and it's a tiny little engine.
Jeez, it pulls so good through these corners.
Yeah, for an 80s car, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that was not a great era for performance cars. And so this was one of the very few bright spots in the 80s, really, across the board.
I think I know why they call it an angry box of French hate.
Yeah.
Jeez.
amazing that an auto manufacturer made this. That they said, yes, let's do that. Let's build a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive hatchback. Let's take the rear seats out and put in an engine. And it's amazing that they did that.
Oh, it
Yeah,
pulls.
it's
Oh my
great.
gosh, it hugs.
Wait till you see this. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, work it, girl.
These are so tight.
Yeah, it's great. Oh yeah.
Whoa, do you feel that?
Oh yeah.
I had to switch to 2 foot, left foot
Yeah.
braking
yeah,
right there.
Yeah,
I prefer left foot braking. I have so much more control.
See, this car's fun because it's unique, it's different, but it's not weird. It doesn't drive in a dangerous way or any kind of odd way that you feel like it's going to kill you. But it has the reputation of a widowmaker, this car. It's known for that. Yet it really isn't like that.
You have to have a healthy respect.
You do, but it's back in the day, this was an enormously fast car, and by today's standards, it's not. So it is a fun amount of horsepower. It's not excessive. It's nothing that's trying to, kill you.
Yeah.
You survived 25 minutes in an R5 turbo. You're still here. It's all good, right? But back in the day, would you survive it? It was just such a scary car. And it's just not. It's just by today's standards. And it's a pretty amazing piece of engineering that they actually were able to make this as tame and functional and usable as it is. It's great. But you can see with all the grip and why it won tarmac rally stages in Europe against the Quattro. Oh, it's just
Ooh,
great.
you feel it
So
in your
smooth.
gut?
You're getting smooth. You're getting smooth in this. This is one of the best R5s that there is out there. It's in very good condition. It runs, everything works.
Wow. Street tires.
Oh yeah,
Because street tires.
real, especially big street tires. It's going to be loose. You could imagine what it would have been like being a works driver for Renault, driving one of these with 380 horsepower in the gravel, in the snow, on wet, loose tarmac.
Let's talk about the rally history.
Yeah.
This
well,
car, this is a homologation of the WRC Group B, right?
Correct, Group 4 and Group B. It just evolved as Group 4 evolved into Group B. And yeah, these cars followed along with that evolution. And it won the 81 Monte Carlo Rally. They won the 86 Tour de Corse. And it won multiple French Grand Prix. And then it was carried on by independent owners and independent drivers as a rally car for their private racing.
You were telling me you didn't think that this car was your car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm caretaking it for the next owner eventually, It's like one of those things where I don't know if you can actually really own a car like this and make it your own. It's got such history and provenance of racing and stuff that you just sort of, you caretake it and enjoy it and experience it. It is an experience, It's like anything. It's like going to a concert almost, It's an experience, an R5 Turbo. It's unique in the automotive landscape, You're not going to see these around very often.
It's like a legendary little car that not many people get to lay their eyes on.
Yeah, or get
Let
to
alone drive it
in the dirt.
in the dirt.
Yeah, it's amazing how much this sticks. I'm actually surprised. I thought
With
this would be a
street
lot more of a
tires.
handful.
Man, we're like, our suspension's like a shoebox.
Yeah, can you imagine being a works driver just pushing this car? That's all I'm thinking about is what must that have been like? I mean,
Your heart rate would be
the
up.
pucker factor
Yes.
would be 11.
Yes.
Just
yes.
the most famous of all the rally drivers to drive this was Jean Ragnati, and so he had won many races with it and was just a fan favorite. And he is the R5 Turbo in competition. I mean, he is the guy, and I just cannot imagine pushing one of these at 10/10 105 miles an hour through here.
I can't believe you're letting me drive this car.
You are so awesome.
The rear wants to whip out from behind you. It's a
Yeah.
mid-engine. It's
Yeah.
like a Porsche. You have to have that healthy respect for it. I don't have a lot of experience with this sort of a setup, a rear-wheel drive mid-engine in the
Yeah.
dirt. So I'm just learning too as we go. But I would rather it stay in the higher RPMs. I know it's growling a lot,
Yep.
but there's not enough low-end torque.
Oh, awesome.
Not enough low-end torque to
Oh,
shift.
that's awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
If I shift into third, then I'm just going right back to second. So I'd rather
Yeah.
just hold it in its power band. And it feels like it's like, 4,000
Yeah.
RPMs is where it's happy place.
So you get a little tarmac section. This is just like a rally stage in Europe. It'll go tarmac to dirt.
Eric, I can't believe you're letting me drive your car
It's great.
at all. This is so cool. Such a dream come true. You're awesome. Did I make you nervous at all? Were you cool the whole
No,
time?
no,
Were you
no problem at all.
Where's the road? Well, there it is. I want to know what you guys think of this little Renault R5 Turbo 2. I think it's a heck of a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Great car. So fun.
Super cool. I would do it again in a heartbeat. You guys are awesome, and we'll catch you guys next time. This show is a ton of hours to produce, and we could use your support. Go to patreon.com/Nicole Johnson's Detour or check out our merchandise, NicoleJohnson'sDetour.com. I forgot everything else.
Hurry up. Are you done, woman?
I just got them painted. They look cute though. I have a French manicure. Did you see that? I'm stuck in a box of French hate. So when Renault decided, oh wait, were you on speed? On speed? Are you on speed?
Rise! Rise! Come on.
Your job is to sit there and look pretty.
on it.
Go. You're calling it. You're
Right
calling
turn.
it. Calling it.
Right turn.
Pushing.
And it's stalled. And that's it.
Peace out.
Cut. That's it.
That's all they get.